Danny, at home to Bishop Stortford on Saturday, and we're looking for 4 games unbeaten now.
Yeah, the lads are in a good place. I think, obviously off the back of the good performance and great result last Saturday, obviously away at Gloucester, difficult place to go and get a result. So we're really pleased, obviously off the back of that. We've had a good week's training. We have again had the illness has sort of carried on into this week a little bit throughout the camp. So there's a couple of lads that haven't trained as much as we would have liked, but ultimately that gives some opportunities to some other players perhaps.
We've got to turn our home draws into wins, haven't we? We drew with Warrington, Rushall, Olympic. Maybe should have won those. If we can turn this into a win on Saturday against Bishop Stortford, that sets us in good stead, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And like I said, I think the lads are in a good place going into this game. And like you said, those draws at home, of course, you need to be winning your home games ideally, and pick up as many points as you can on the road. And I think the performances for the last 2 home games did warrant 3 points. So it's just sort of, again, we talk about the 1% that we need to tidy up, and that would allow us to get those 3 points.
But it was a good positive performance last week at Gloucester, wasn't it? It gave everybody a lift, but it was a good professional performance that we've been looking for.
Yeah, it was. The lads did everything that was asked of them. They stuck to the game plan throughout the whole game, in and out of possession, which was really, really pleasing. And they got the rewards for it because ultimately we got the win.
Now, Bishop Stortford aren't having the best of times, are they? They haven't won in 7 matches, but they've been doing well in the FA Trophy. They won 2 ties in that, so we cannot discount them here, can we?
No, absolutely not. They've got their threats, and we've looked at that. We've analysed that. We've showed the players, what their strengths and hopefully where we can exploit them as well. But I think this league is shown, and it's evident that it's a bit of a crazy one where anybody could obviously get a result on any given day. So yeah, we've certainly got to be at our best to get a result.
This is a big period for us now, isn't it? We've got Bishop Stortford Saturday, then away and at home with Scarborough, and then Kings Lynn after that. And I know you don't like to set targets, but it'd be great to come through that with a substantial haul of point.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think I mentioned last week in terms of every game is vitally important. We're not setting a punch target as such. Of course, you want to come away, like you said, with a healthy amount from those 4 games that you've mentioned. But we just got to concentrate. A bit cliche, I know, but in terms of each game as it comes, obviously started on Saturday.
We dropped a second bottom, didn't we, on Tuesday night, because Gloucester went and beat Curzon Ashton. But we're more or less looking at 5th bottom and Rushall, Olympic and above that, aren't we?
Yeah, I think I mentioned last week in terms of, you can only control, what you can control. So that's what we have to look after, and that's our own performances, and, the results will come off the back of that. Gloucester's home form has been really, really good of late. They've now won 3 out of the last 4, and obviously it just shows, I think, how good a result and performance it was from us going down there and getting that result. And obviously they bounced back to beat Curzon 3-0 on Tuesday. So, that happens. We can't control that. But what we can control, like I said, is our performance levels, our standards, our habits and behaviours. And ultimately, if we take care of that, then we'll give ourselves a good chance.
And we've got to start the game well, haven't we? Not just to give the players a lift, but also to give the crowd a lift and get them behind us.
Yeah, obviously it feels like it's been a long time since we played at home. So we certainly want to start the game, on the front foot and get after them, and get the crowd sort of on their feet and cheering and singing, so we can really make it a difficult place for them to come up and play. Obviously they've got a long journey, so we need to take advantage of that.